Hey everyone, this is Dave on Tech, and today we'll be taking a look at the brand new iPhone 17 Pro Max in Cosmic Orange. I have the base model 256GB that costs 1,500 euros or about 7,500 Romanian RON. The box is super simple, just like previous years, with the back of the device printed on it. Now, Apple usually showcases whatever's new that year directly on the box, and this year we have the new back design with the camera plateau. The back of the box has these two pull tabs, as we haven't had any plastic shrink wrap since the iPhone 12. Once we open the box, we see the device, which I'll just set aside for a bit while we see what else is included. And just like last year, we only get a braided USB-C cable and that's about it. We also get a SIM ejection tool since the phone also has a physical SIM slot in Europe and a 5% smaller battery just because of it, but we'll get back to that later. And of course, there are no Apple stickers included, just like last year. I also managed to pick up an official Apple silicone case in orange, of course, and unboxing it is very similar to previous years, just a pull tab and that's it. And yeah, this fits the iPhone 17 Pro Max perfectly. It also has these new cutouts for the crossbody strap that I'm definitely not going to be using. Also, I'm not sure if orange on orange was actually a good idea, but I'm liking it so far. I also have a red on red iPhone 12 and blue on blue iPhone 13 mini, and yeah, they would look good, I would say. What do you guys think? Oh, and a quick side note, the iPhone 13 mini is still the best iPhone ever made and my favorite ever iPhone. Apple, please bring this back. But anyway, separate video on it coming very soon. Oh, and by the way, only 2% of people watching my videos are actually subscribed, so if you enjoy the content, I would highly appreciate it if you guys take a second to subscribe. It helps out enormously since I'm just starting out, so thank you so much. But back to the video. Let's take a closer look at the new iPhone 17 Pro Max. We can see the new back design, which is actually made out of a single piece of aluminum, and Apple calls this a unibody design, just like the first MacBook Air from 2008. We also get this glass patch that has the Apple logo centered to it and covered in ceramic shield. We also keep the camera control, the action button, the USB-C port which is capable of 10 gigabits per second, the speaker and microphone cutouts, and no 5G antenna on top, since again, this is not the US version. Now let's talk about the display, and while the back glass gets the first version of ceramic shield, the front display gets the updated version, which is 3 times more scratch resistant, alongside a new anti-reflective coating and a new peak brightness of 3000 nits, up from 2000 on the iPhone 16 lineup. And that's it, no other changes when it comes to the display, no slimmer bezels and no smaller dynamic island, but maybe next year. Now let's talk about performance, and this iPhone gets the brand new A19 Pro with 6 GPU cores, and it benchmarks about 20% higher compared to last year's iPhone 16 Pro Max in Geekbench. It also gets more RAM, going from 8GB all the way up to 12GB, and a new vapor chamber cooling system to help maintain sustained performance. And now for the cameras. And the only update that we get this year is a new 48 megapixel telephoto camera capable of 4 times zoom at 48 megapixels or 8 times zoom at 12 megapixels. It also has a 56% larger sensor, allowing for more light to get in. The main and ultra-wide cameras, however, are unchanged from last year, as Apple has been using the same 48 megapixel main camera sensor since the iPhone 14 Pro Max. The selfie camera on the other hand gets a huge upgrade, going from 12 megapixels to 18 megapixels, while also being a center stage camera. This means that you can take landscape selfies even while holding the phone upright. Very cool. But what about the battery life? Well, the eSIM only version sold in the US gets a 5088 mAh battery, while the unit that I have here only gets a 4832 mAh battery because of the SIM slot taking up valuable battery space inside the phone. Don't get me wrong, it's still a decent upgrade over the last year's 16 Pro Max, which had a 4685 mAh battery, but I'm a bit disappointed that we can't pick which variant we want to buy, because personally I'm only using an eSIM, so the extra battery life would have been very welcome. And finally, the most important question: is it worth upgrading if you're coming from the 16 Pro Max? And the short answer is no, and the long answer is no. You do get a better telephoto camera, although the zoom drops from 5x to 4x. Okay, you get a bit better battery life, a brighter screen, a vapor chamber cooling, faster charging, but these are really not worth upgrading for. But honestly, for me, the base model iPhone 17 is the star of the show because it gets so many upgrades coming from the base model 16, such as 120Hz ProMotion, a larger battery, and so much more. And honestly, that's the phone that I'm recommending to most people. But back to the 17 Pro Max, and I must say, I really like this new cosmic orange color. But what about you guys? Are you picking up any of the new iPhones? And which iPhone are you upgrading from? Let me know in the comments down below. As always, this was Dave on Tech, and I'll be seeing you in the next one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Cheers!